Welcome to another PageFly tutorial. In the previous video, we had just left off finishing our layout elements for this Harry's product page. And now they have a video that plays behind the main text in the first section. Unfortunately, we won't be able to do that at this time. We cannot put text over video. There are ways to link videos through YouTube and HTML5, but for the sake of having this as accurate as possible as far as just basic appearance goes, we're just going to use the kind of freeze-framed image that you see here, okay? So I've gone ahead and I've applied my Leto and my Montserrat text, font style to each section. I've saved my images. I've put in 3 products in my development store. So we'll be putting that into what's called a Shopify featured products element. So let's go ahead. Let's jump into the actual content building here. So here we go. In the top section, first things first, our background. Just going to put in that. Let me see here. Yeah, I'm just going to put in the razor with the blue background. Okay, as usual, we want it to cover and we want it to be centered. Okay, maybe not centered. Let's see once we start putting our text in. Okay, I'm going to copy their heading. You should be quite familiar with how to do this by now, but we're just going through the process. Never hurts to continue to practice a little bit. Okay, there we go. The button, as usual, we go ahead and get our color. Nope, wrong color. Get our color, change the background. There we go. Change the font. That is Montserrat, I believe. Get started. Oh, it is Leto. It's not Montserrat. Okay. Cool. Get started. Harry's always likes to round the edges, so radius is a little bit. 5 pixel radius is what they usually go with. So here in border, just hit a 5 there. We can see it's rounded. Add our padding. You should be somewhat of a master at this by now. 5%. 5%. Let's go 2%. 2%. There we go. Very nice. Let's figure out this image in the background. So let's try, let's center it and then add some padding and see how it works. Because it's a video, it's a little like, that was kind of moving when I saved the image. So let's just hope for the best here. Doesn't always work out perfectly, but that looks pretty smart. All right. I'll go 12%. Yeah, just to make sure. Okay, that's nice and centered. We have our header, paragraph, and our button. So as you know, as we repeat in every video, we can, of course, adjust the padding between these, but let's move on because I believe that you should be a master of that by now. Okay, next we have just a simple heading here. Leto font, I've already applied. Here we go. Space after B. There we go. Okay, that's done. Very nice. Okay, so I've already put I've just copied and pasted the text from these three columns here. Now we'll just put in the images. So let's see, it's the gears, the heart, and the handshake. Gears, heart, handshake. There's the gears, the heart, and the handshake. Those were super easy. That was just a right click, save image as from Harry's page. And that's that. What I did, as we saw in the layout video, was just I lined these up, put some text content in there, and duplicate. And then I just put the images in. Okay. So our next section here, I've already made sure that there's no gutter. Okay, so it's clinging right to the edges of this section. I've already made sure that there's absolutely no padding or margins. Okay. Now we'll go ahead and put in the image, which is, which one is it? It's this one here. Oh, have we gone a little bit crazy here? What have I done? Let me see. I think because when I lined it up, I thought I was going to do a different thing. But here, I'll just start this section over. So I'm going to scrap that whole section. I'm going to put in our half, our 2 columns. Okay, I'm going to put in the background image, which is here. Cool. I'm going to put in, probably noticed this a lot with Harry's heading, paragraph, button. Although you know what we can do, I'm going to duplicate this column. Okay. And I'm just going to drag it right into here. Okay. Yeah, grab that. Come on. Okay, it doesn't want to move me down. There we go. And I want to put it, okay, cool. Put it above that column. Now, one thing we'll notice here is they're using a nifty new kind of button style. So we'll just have to replace that button first. Go ahead and put the text in. Oops. Okay, definitely some padding required here, but okay, after supplies and 100%. Let's see if we can get close to it without having to play with the padding. Yeah, that looks fine. And now the button. So I'm going to scrap that button. I'm going to find another one. I'm going to scroll all the way down to the bottom, and there we are. We have essentially what is exactly the same styling. And then we'll just need to change the text. Shop, shave. Change this, Lato. Okay, let's compare. Okay, I don't think it's bold. Okay, that's fine. Okay, good. Let's see if we can align this background image a little bit better. I'm hoping we can. It was a really large image. Maybe we can move it to the right. Let's see. We might have a bit of trouble here because let's see, because that image was actually massive. It wasn't just what you see here. It extended really far down, which can cause headaches for sure when trying to align things. Let's just make sure we can see the whole image first. How big that is exactly. Okay, so you can see the full product. So we got to go further than that, maybe even 20. Maybe make the top a little bit bigger. Yep. 15. And very unfortunate, but I think that's as good as we're going to get as far as the alignment. There, as you can see, there's a little bit more to the right. But as I said, when I saved this image, The only other option I would have is to maybe inspect this and then screen grab it. But I think I'm just going to leave it there for now. See how the rest of the page is going, okay? Okay, now let's select the section. Yeah, this might be a little bit wonky too, because they've got, as you can see, they've got these images, and when I inspected these two images, it goes really far down. So it can be a little bit difficult to build. Okay. But let's go ahead. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, background image. It is this one on the left. Okay, let's play with that a little bit. Okay. Now this one, same thing, but this image. Okay, we don't want it centered. We want to be able to see that. Now what we're going to have to do here, which just because of the size of these images, guys, I'm sorry that I can't show you how to exactly replicate this, but what we're going to do, we're just going to grab this background color and fill in the back of this column so we get that continuity with the color. Okay. Okay, copy that. Fill in our background with that color. Cool. And I'll just do the same thing quickly here. Select the column on the right. And voila, there we go. You can see it's not perfect because there's a little bit of like shading that happens in the corner here, but that's pretty darn close. Okay. Then of course, adjust our padding in that here. One is face care, one is shower. We've done this so many times, so hopefully you're familiar with how to do it. There we go. These are both functional buttons, the same styling as the one up here. Okay. Now for the products, so I've already changed the text content here. We put in that Shopify element. So I'm going to select that. Make sure I have my product list selected. And when it prompts here the filter, I'm going to select my collection. I've made something called featured products. Yeah, so it has the images, it has the titles, it has the prices, and it has the add to cart button. Of course, we're still a little bit limited. They have this is a wonderful feature that we will get in the future. They have where you can hover over here and it gives you further information about the products. I mean, that's excellent feature for sure. Okay, select, add. Like I said, we're a little bit limited, but we do have the same products present on here, okay? To manipulate how many columns we have, I go here in settings. Of course, we only have the 3 products for demonstration purposes. So I left that for now, okay? Next, you can probably guess what we need here. Just 3 headers and paragraphs, okay? Let's go ahead and do that quickly. Heading and smaller paragraph in the bottom. Okay, delete a couple of those, duplicate, and we're off. Okay, let's copy. Paste, that is Lato font, and that's quite a bit bigger. Yeah, maybe smaller than that. Let's go 28. That didn't really make a difference, did it? Let's try 25. Yeah, that looks okay. Okay, grab our Esquire. So these are just magazines that have mentioned Harry's. Great way to build trust, prove that you're well known. Yeah, it's centered. Cool. I duplicated these too soon, as you can see. Much easier if I just go like that. Okay, let's copy. There we go. GQ, Men's Health. You get the picture. Okay. Now the last section, I've already lined this up. This is actually really simple. It was just a full section, a block with an image, heading, paragraph, and another block with an image. Okay. I've copied and pasted just what they've got here. I played with the padding a little bit. See where we're at. Sorry, I did it in the full section. Okay. So let's add our images. They actually have a nice, cute little GIF. This guy moves his hand and then this guy waves. Good thing is, PageFly already supports a GIF if you have the correct file saved. So I'll go ahead and upload that as an image, and you can see the hands are moving and everything like that. So no special skills there. The GIF just goes in as a regular image. Okay. Then the last thing is their signature. Both of their signatures. There we are. Let's see if we got the sizing right. That looks fine. Let's see what the sizing is. Okay. So it was about 250 by 70. And the sizing on this one was just at medium. Okay. So I'll quickly run through everything here. We did the background image. We centered it. As I said, we're not doing the video behind the text today, but we want to look as close as possible. So then we did the heading, paragraph, button. We changed the color of our button, rounded the edges, heading here. We formatted one section and duplicated it with an image, a heading, and a paragraph. Background image here, same thing, heading, paragraph, button. We put in our 2 columns here, and then 2 more columns below. We put in the images in the top columns with no gutter. To remind you what gutter means, when you select here, I'll show you in this one. When you select the full section, move that gutter to 0, right? That allowed our images to hug the very edge of the section, okay? Then we just grabbed the color from these images and put it in the background of the columns on the bottom, okay? We use our PageFly product list. I had already input these products, prices, photos, and names into the backend, into my Shopify admin, named the collection, and that makes it really quick to add them into there. Okay, heading here with the trust markers here of well-known magazines that have spoken about Harry's. And then the last section was super basic, block with image, heading, paragraph, block with image. Okay, so let's give it a save. Take a look. So here we have it. Unfortunately, with the video, it's I wish the video could play now, but okay. There we go. There we go. Could play with the padding in this section a little bit. That last section looks good. Okay. So aside from the video, we are pretty close. And of course, the product list. Product list is a bit off because we use the Shopify element product list. Okay. There we go. Background colors are okay. We got the GIF. We got the signature. And there we go. So give it a shot, guys. Might want to play a little bit with alignment, a little bit with padding and things like that, just to give a little bit more space in these sections. But definitely give it a try. Good luck, and I will see you in the next video.